Question number 11. Conservationists worldwide are working to protect ecosystems from habitat destruction and biodiversity loss. And in many cases, initiatives that rely on natural features or processes can help address such challenges. In response to a rapidly dwindling population of blueback salmon, the Quinault Indian Nation, a tribe in Washington state, partnered with the conservation organization Wild Salmon Center to restore naturally occurring logjams in the Quinault River. The logjams create shady pools where the blueback salmon can rest and spawn, thus promoting blueback population recovery. Which choice best states the main idea of the text? A partnership between the Quinault Indian Nation and Wild Salmon Center shows the importance of collaborative approaches to preserving biodiversity. B. Nature-based approaches can be effective ways to achieve conservation goals. C. As indicated by a recent project, logjams help the blueback salmon thrive and reproduce. D. Scientists now realize that nature-based conservation methods offer better long-term solutions to environmental issues than methods that are not nature-based do. So we need that choice which best states the main idea of the text. So over here first conservationists is being mentioned who are working to protect ecosystems. And then it's talking about initiatives that rely on natural features or processes that can help such challenges. And so one example is given about the population of blueback salmon, where the Quinault Indian Nation, it partnered with the conservation organization and restored some naturally occurring logjams, and that helped to promote the blueback population. Based on this, which do you think is the main idea? So 11B, if you said, that is the best answer, because it best states the main idea of the text, that nature-based approaches can be effective for achieving conservation goals. The text indicates that in many cases where the conservationists are trying to protect ecosystems, their methods depend on natural processes or features. The text then gives an example of this phenomena, a project with the Quinault Indian Nation that showed logjams to form naturally in a river, creating spawning habitats for blueback salmon. And A is incorrect. Although the text does suggest that the partnership with the Quinault Indian Nation was beneficial, this is not the central aim of the text. The text primarily argues that nature-based approaches to conservation can be effective. So even though this is mentioned in the text, this is not the main idea, so we cannot choose A. C is incorrect. Although the text indicates that logjams are helpful in blueback salmon, the example of the blueback salmon project is included to illustrate the larger point made earlier in the text, that nature-based approaches to conservation are often effective. So over here, C is just talking about the logjams, just an example, but that is not the main idea. And D. So you could get confused between B and D, but the difference is that in D, why it is incorrect? It is because there is no evidence in the text to support a direct comparison of the efficacy of nature-based conservation approaches to other types of approaches. Here, it's telling that than methods that are not nature-based, but there is no evidence in this particular paragraph which is talking about any other method at all to select this answer. So the text merely indicates that nature-based approaches can often be effective. So this is only talking about nature-based approaches, but it is not giving any other approach to make a comparison. That's why we have to go with B.